Hey, good morning, Niles, Ohio, Trumbull County, and indeed the world. It's me, Richard Strong. I smoke cigars and I know things. And one of the things I know is Cigars of the Keys at mile marker 82, which is owned by Cousins in Cleveland. And so is the company that rolls the cigar. And this is an Ecuadorian wrapped, Nicaraguan binder, and Nicaraguan filler. And I'm not going to tell you how much it is because it's so cheap. I don't want anybody to know because they'll buy them all up. And then I won't be able to get any more. Now, this is a $6.25 cigar. And if there, I hate to say it because it might cut my throat, but if there was a $10 price tag on this cigar, I would buy it. And I'm glad that it's $6.25 singly and less than that when you buy a bundle of 20. And they ship. You know, I've often said in my videos that people are mean just for the sake of being mean sometimes. And you know, that goes the same sadly here. We have a great city council. We've got great city services. We really do. Is there room for improvements? Absolutely. The biggest thing with Niles is that it was utterly destroyed during the so-called urban renewal. I mean, they just destroyed it. They tore stuff down that they called blight, which happened to be our downtown, which was very small. Period. They turned everything into a parking lot, and no thought was given to a plan in the future. And just now, we're finally, have a plan, and it's because of the way politics were back when urban renewal happened and the way they are now, and changes in the makeup of people. So I'm not going to go any further into that with any speculation whatsoever, except to say that urban renewal for Niles, Ohio was an utter disaster. Niles City Council and Thoughts, which is a place that I put up I've done one, and Thursday night there'll be another one, live from 1017 Robbins. 1017 Robbins happens to be where I live, and that's Robbins right out there, and this is 1017. Now, they have that council Facebook page is very helpful. I mean, very helpful. You can go on there, and you can make a complaint, and you will get the attention of city council, men and women, almost instantly. And they will talk to you about it. It's not like back when I first started voting. If you wanted to talk to a city councilman, you had to go to the city council, and then you might want to know somebody that knew him. Now, it's different. And here in Niles, we're blessed with a city council that wants to reach out and engage. Not everybody can make it to the council meetings, but they're broadcast over Zoom. But if you watch it over Zoom, there's not a lot of input you can get. You know what I mean, that you can give. You can get information, lots of it, but you can't really give any input, which is what Live from 1017 Robbins is all about. Yes, will I put my opinions up, about what I saw in the beginning of that? Yes, I will, but it's just an opinion, just like yours, and you're entitled to come on and put your opinions and comment and put your opinions. But Live from 1017 Robbins will deal strictly with what was said in city council or meetings. Of course, my opinion isn't going. Everybody's not going to agree with me, and even if they agree with me, they might see it an entirely different way than I see it, but we happen to agree. Or we might disagree, and that's just fine. But 10 set live from 1017 Robbins is not going to be a Richard Strong vehicle. You want to hear Richard Strong vehicle? You've got Richard Strong. I Smoke Cigars and I Know Things on YouTube, and you've got Richard Lee Strong's Facebook page. There you can find out exactly what Richard Lee Strong thinks about everything, including some stuff that I wouldn't put on Niles' Facebook, Niles City Council Thoughts Facebook page, which brings me to why I'm making this video. I have noticed that there are people that go into the City Council's Facebook page, and you have every right to be there. You have every right to make comments. My thing is why do you feel the need to be petty, mean, and mealy-mouthed in your comments? You know, there's a fellow that started a business in Niles, and he does vent cleaning and stuff. And what better place to advertise or look for business than in your hometown? Niles City Council Thoughts doesn't have a problem with him putting up his advertisement. You know, right now currently he's offering 50% off to Niles residents. You can just go over there to that page to see his name. And I noticed a woman who asked, how many times are you going to post this? Seriously, woman? What's the matter with you? Are you miserable in life? Is that it? Husband's left you, either that or he can't stand you and you can't stand him. Your children don't like you. What is it? What is it that's making you so miserable that you have to be petty and mean to a guy trying to make a living? Shame on you. You know who you are. And if you don't like what I got to say, you know, you'll see me around. I'm at committee meetings and I'm at city council, and I'll say shame on you to your face. You know, I mean, shame on you. I don't understand that. You can be that way, you know. Like I'm sometimes I'm rude and seriously confrontational on my Facebook page or here on YouTube. But that's not a community page. That's my page. That's where I get the vent. That's where I get to get my yayas out. That's what happens on this page, and to a lesser extent on Facebook. YouTube is not that good of a platform. It really isn't. They disallow likes. They disallow comments. I get calls, especially before when I used to do strictly foam at the mouth national politics, which I completely quit for reasons that are in video here on this channel. You can go watch it. I'm not going to rehash the reasons that I quit that. Then maybe I can understand. I'm talking about, you know, I was talking about the passing of a friend's friend, and you didn't allow comments on it. I mean, there was no details of his passing. There was no details of his life. There was no nothing. There was just the acknowledgement that the man existed, and that some of us had met him as much as one could meet someone on the internet. And the person that we knew from the internet, we're going to miss. And the person to whom that video was about is a really good guy. And those two people were very good friends. So I felt particularly sad for him. You didn't let him make any responses. He couldn't respond. So YouTube, you suck, okay? But this is a place where I will come say things that I know I can't say on Facebook at all. So as bad as YouTube is, if I said these things on Facebook, it would get blanked. I would get timed out, and I'm not interested in that. I need the platform. I want to help. I want to help my city. I want to be part of the rebirth of my city. My city gave a lot to me when I was young, and now I'm old. Towards the end of my life, 3/4 of a mile to the north of me and about 100 yards east. That's where my mother-in-law is already there. That's where my wife, myself, my father, and my stepmother will be. I mean, you know, I know where my earthly remains will be. Not that those things mean much, because I'll be in heaven. Yes, I believe in Jesus Christ as my Savior. Yeah, you know, when it comes to your local stuff, you know, you want to fight it out about, you know, because it's hard nationally. If you're a Democrat, in my opinion, you are uninformed, unintelligent, a mark, you know, and you've been lied to. And if you're a Republican and you go along with this nonsense that the Freedom Caucus is pulling, you're as bad as the Democrats I just talked about. In fact, you're worse, because you're supposedly in my party. At least the Democrats I expect to be, well, Democrats. But Matt Gaetz, Chip Roy, do the world a favor. You know, I mean, really, shut up and go away. Shut up and go away. But that's pretty much it. You know, I mean, the one thing I want to say is, when there's no reason to be a petty, mean bitch, don't be one. Seems to make sense to me. Well, I'm under the weather, and I got no idea what's wrong with me, because it just doesn't feel like sickness. It doesn't feel like any kind of sick I've ever felt. Of course, I'm going to be 69, so this is all new to me. Achy across the top, kind of heavy in the chest, not really a cough, no fever, very little appetite, and very tired, just tired. My wife's a doctor, and she can't figure it out. Of course, it just showed up. So she figures whatever it was, I had to catch it last Thursday, but I was home. Tradesmen were in and out of the house. I don't think I went anywhere else last Thursday. I can't remember. So it is flu season. It is sick. You know, when you're out and about, remember that. Try not to touch your nose. Try not to touch your eyes or around your mouth with your hands unless you've just washed them, because if you've touched anything else, the germs are on them, and that's how you're going to get sick. Of course, that's a lot easier said than done. Ask me, I know. You have a blessed day. God willing. I'll see you again later.